Hello, everyone. It's great to be here with you all. We want to welcome you to Sensefield's closing party, and thank you for attending today's gathering. I'm Tzu Tung, curator of the exhibition. Eliana is also the Sensefield curator. She planned to be here tonight, but she had experienced a long delay in her flight, and she is now still in the air. Eliana had managed to send her thoughts in time, so later I will read her text first, and we hope that she will meet us maybe at the later part of the event. And now for an access check and to orient you to the virtual room, Sensefield technical staff member and Drew are supporting today's event. Please feel free to reach out in the chat box with Andrew should you need anything or have any technical difficulties getting connected. We are also recording this event for archival purposes, so we recommend you turning your video on for more participating in this event. But if you are have concerns with your image being shown, then you can also turn off the video. Today's event is conducted in both English and later in Chinese. Yuchen will provide English to Mandarin and Mandarin to English audio translation. Yuchen, would you say hello and briefly introduce yourself?
Hi, 大家好. Hi, everyone. My name is Yu Chen. I'm here to serve as your interpreter for the day. For a brief visual description of myself, I am an Asian presenting man in my late 20s. I have short hair and I am in front of a background that is the main key visual for this year's exhibition. 大家好，我是于晨。我是很高兴今天可以担任今天大家的中英文的口译。那给视障的朋友们提供一个简单的视觉介绍，我是一位台湾男性，然后我有着黑色的短发。那我现在的影像的背景就是今年感野展览的主视觉。以上。
Thank you, Yuchen. This is our first time conducting multi-language public event with real-time language interpretation. You may toggle the interpretation button and choose between English, Chinese, or original language if you can listen to the both language. Choose the audio channel that you need. And also now I'll let Andrew to explain how to switch between the language in Mandarin right now.
有看到我画面吗？
Yes.
这是主要的使用界面。然后如果你找不到选单的话，你可以按 LT， 它就会显示跟关闭。然后 OK， 然后一旦那个口译人员连线之后呢，在选单这边就会出现一个地球的图示，然后你点它之后就可以选择你要切换哪一个声道，有英文跟中文的部分。然后如果你切到英文的声道的时候，你就会听不到原始的语音频道，就是英文的部分。然后过程当中呢，你可以使用底下的这些互动功能，就是包含声音跟视讯的开启或关闭，然后还有聊天的功能，可以对所有人发送讯息。然后如果你有想要表达意见的时候呢，你可以选择回应的这个举手的功能。然后我们看到那个图示之后，就会请你开启麦克风发表意见。OK， 好，然后现在就是请那个主持人开放口译的功能，然后给大家一点时间去切换语音的频道。
Thank you, Andrew. So I'd like to kick off this event with a land acknowledgement and describe myself for any guests who are blind or low vision. Please drop a greeting line in the chat with your name, your pronouns, where you are meeting with us from, as well as your land acknowledgement if you like. So I'm currently in Taipei, Taiwan, and I'm working on the land which is the traditional territory of the Katakalan people. Today, our meeting place is still the home to many indigenous people, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work and present in this territory. I accept she, her, they, them as my pronoun, and I'm Asian with mid-long black hair, partially dyed gold. Now wear a ponytail right now, and I don't wear eyeglasses. I'm wearing a denim jacket Today, behind me, I also put the Sensefield image as my virtual background. Also, as we have only a few art workshops left, we would be really grateful for your feedback, since your contribution enable us to know how to invest in artists and future events. Here, Andrew will place a post-event questionnaire, and we value your feedback after today's session. And now, speaking for Eliana as our Sensefield closing event opening line. Eliana used she, her as a pronoun, and she is a white woman in her 30s with straight brown hair that goes past her shoulder. She usually works at New York, and that is the traditional territory of Lenape people. Please imagine me as Eliana speaking on these words, like the following words right now. So here it goes, Eliana. I'm sorry I can't join you for today's closing party, but I really just want to say thank you to everyone who participated in this year's Sensefield. This year, our curatorial theme is Hold On for Dear Life, Relationships in Uncertain Times. Our online exhibition and event series brings together artists and experts who use their work to form different kinds of relationships, and that includes the relationship between artists and audiences. So with this in mind, I want to talk briefly about the idea behind this artist workshop. We wanted to do something a little different than a typical artist talk, since the idea behind the exhibition is to go beyond just taking in art. This workshop are really meant to be interactive. On one hand, this is to challenge artists to think differently about how they work with audiences. On the other hand, we are asking you as audiences to work with us to invent with us a new kind of audience identity. This is an experiment to open ourselves up to new possibilities and relationships with each others as audience members, with the artwork and with the artists who produce them. Coming from anthropology perspective, in particular, thinking about multimodal anthropology, that was the heart of Sensefield. I was excited and curious to see how this artist and expert would give us new framework or lenses that might change the way we see the world and our place within it. And I was especially curious to see how the artist workshop might activate new ways and new relationship. And I was thinking about relationship in two ways. One way was how the workshop experiences might give us each idea or emotion or spark to take with us in our own lives. The other part is how the workshop might connect us as an artist, audience, and extended curatorial team in a shared community. As we near the end of Sensefield, I can say that the experience of the past months have surpassed all of my expectations. I was completely unprepared for how abundant this workshop were, and particularly how moved I would be by them. We met Kara and Raffle, who asked us to really feel in our bodies how global systems are structured to fracture and divide us, making it even more imperative to find ways to resist these divisions, to heal and connect. Tzu Tung challenged us to map out identities, which involved both breaking them into fragments and then mapping out new connection, new possibilities. During Eliana Ota's workshop, we read each other's statements of mourning aloud and then transformed our words of grief into a collective garden. And Yanting asked us to open our ears and had us transform sounds into visual art. And it was really incredible to see how we could all create such different images from the same sound. We know this isn't easy and actually takes a lot of work from artists and audiences. So we want to acknowledge and thank everyone here for being willingly to try out this with us, and encourage you to really treat this as a space to play, try out ideas, to be creative, and to connect with the other participants and our amazing artists. And all of this was possible because of the amazing curatorial team we are working with, because of the care and thoughtful preparation from the artists, and because of you, our audience and participants, everyone who joined a workshop and shared their experiences and made something new with us. It's genuinely been an honor to create with everybody here. I know this is a closing session, but it really does feel like a beginning. And I can't wait to learn more about your own practices. Maybe even over some tea the next time I'm in Taiwan. Thank you again. So that is what Eliana wrote to me while she had very brief Wi-Fi connection between her flights. And now I'm gonna start with the Sensefield closing party. Here I will share the screen. So as we decided to do online exhibition, we know that it gives us the chance to do what we always wanted to do. That is building a closer community between audience, curator, and artist. A closer opportunity for artist and the curator to learn from our audience, and for our audience to have a deeper conversation with the artist and the curator. As always, the audience of an exhibition may also be creative thinker, active researcher across domains. And in the traditional setting of a museum or a gallery, we always lose the chance to learn and connect between the two sides. The one who creates the exhibition and the one who visits the exhibition. Therefore, we invited dedicated audience to present themselves and be part of our curatorial conversation. We see it as a chance to activate relationships that extend beyond the exhibit, providing community and companionship. So later, each dedicated participant, our Sensefield Fellow, will have about 10 minutes session to present their work and to have QA conversation with the audience today. So what about Sensefield? Sensefield is a biennial exhibition that addresses contemporary issues through experimental ethnography art. The biennial has started on 2017. Sensefield 2023 exhibition is organized by Tinyverse, NPO, in collaboration with Taiwan International Ethnography Film Festival and the Taiwan Association of Visual Ethnography. Also, it is sponsored by Taiwan Ministry of Culture. The 2023 curatorial theme plays with the phrase "Hold on for dear life," a mantra among crypto enthusiasts, denoting a long-term approach to investing, which take us to the intersection of art, anthropology, finance, and technology. Hold on for dear life, relationships in uncertain times ask, what do we hold on to when our worlds are in flux? Between the COVID-19 pandemic, mounting geopolitical and supply chain crisis of Taiwan, Ukraine, and many other parts of the world, as well as ongoing climate destruction, the future seems increasingly unstable. And so our show brings together artists who work with lost sounds, edible viruses, virtual sanctuary of mourning, and computer gardening, blockchain politics, and healing history. Their projects offer hope and possibility, but also hold inescapable parallels perils, challenges, and contradictions. Throughout March and April, we invite you to join us for our online exhibition and series of art workshop and training clinics. Each week, you will encounter new ways to use digital technology to create, sustain, and reimagine a diverse network of relations. You will meet artists and experts who ask you to creatively reimagine your own relationship and responsibilities and think critically about what it means to be in a community with others. With so much out of control right now, it can be tempting to cut ties, turn inwards, and rely only on ourselves. This exhibition challenges this. We propose that in times of great uncertainty, it is our relationship with ourselves, with human and non-human others, and with the landscape and temporality we inhabit that will enable us to adapt and survive. Personally, as the curator throughout the session, seeing how each artist interprets their work according to the topic, I feel the important idea behind the session. And that is what I see we are holding on. What we hold on actually, for me, it's care. How we could care in this changing time, how we could care amid the change of technology, and how we express and give care through art. Eliana is an anthropologist based in New York City, and me is a political artist based in Taiwan. And when we think of online curation, we haven't think of how to better create, we are thinking of how to better create and a transparent cultivating ecology for the technology and the people who are using it. How we could have a better a situation for perma computing. We think about how would be people's behavior between all this web to mediums such as social media and even the emerging Web3 mediums. How we could research and make king with our audience, and what that means. What does it mean of like making our audience base? For online curation, there actually has two aspects that we always need to be touched upon. That is restriction and denied access. So the idea of building like a digital curation exhibition coming during the COVID-19, of course, at the time, people really need digital service to connect with each other. And it's actually online curation and did create access to more people, especially for people who have disabilities or who are elders, and who even in this time have health concern that it's more concerned of like going to public spaces. So we in the context of online curation, we hope that there is no more people that feel they are being left behind. The info and also online curation is very different from museum and gallery settings, because most of the time when in museum or in galleries, you have to see, you cannot really see the context or the text behind one artwork. And with digital curation, you can see all this information. So it's also a challenge for us to understand how to better display our work. And we can always improve it and with our UI UX design. Also with digital curation, people can see previously inaccessible artwork and talk with people in remote. Lastly, it's about documenting. So online curation is always like having videos. So video is a means of documenting as well as showcasing this artwork. And this artwork can be become extremely useful these videos, the recorded video can be extremely useful in the future. Also, we could consider how we approach and make our audience, and it's different from the one that is in the traditional museum space. So in the past, museum helped us find the audience. It is often that the audience pays regular visit to the museum, and now we ourselves are the architecture, the incubator, the gatherer for the exhibition. So in the online sphere, despite continuing concern over a digital divide, the emergence of Web 2 based on new media, also refer as social media, is seen as an empowering development contributing to the democratization of voice. We need to pay considerable effort to communicate with the audience in online world that survive based on the attention economy. So that is one of the things that we have to encounter. That is how to develop our audience base in this Web 2 and even gradually moving to the Web 3 world. And also because Sensefield was an exhibition that it's based in Taiwan, and for a online exhibition that creates an opportunity for Taiwan audience to relate and connect with international audience. And as mentioned before, it also have video recordings. People can also see the artwork and collect the artworks on our website. So it is also really useful for future audiences. And lastly, it's about community. So voice need to have an audience, and also audience must listen. I think for online curation, we have the opportunity to connect and create the community with the audience, with the curator, and to let people have more opportunity to listen and talk with each other. And here, talking about being as a gatherer, I would like to talk a bit on why, as a founder, I built Tinyverse.art on this platform. So originally, I am a political artist, and I'm always think about how to create different economical and create a creative artistic economical structure. In 2018, I gathered Arthon. It is a series of hackathon events for artists to collaborate with technologists. It was built back in 2018, believing the importance of centralized technologies and cross-disciplinary collaboration. It was at the time we have like 3-4 events and start to connect with different arthon or hackathon for artists around the world, including Australia, America. And as the founder of Arthon, I was also being invited to the Web, one of the most important decentralized conference in United States. And I was there between like a lot of W pioneers and share my experience and challenge of building such community. So actually, to build Arthon community, it's not very easy. I was believing that decentralization could help with community building, but actually a lot of tasks when the community is growing, a lot of tasks need to be delegated, and it was actually hard to delegate while people are just like volunteering in a decentralized community. Also, I wanted to introduce blockchain technology and DAO to Taiwan back in with to artist community and indigenous community back in 2018. But there was a lot of barriers. There was not only language barriers, also technology barriers. A lot of communities even don't have equal access to computers. I paused this project a little and start to build Positive Coin in 2019 as my artwork. And that was a more of a successful experience for building a nonprofit circulation system with digital currencies. So basically at the time I connect with NGO, connect with museum, and also the HIV positive people and also the audience together to create a monetary circle for advocating and on what's about on HIV identity. And that experience helped me with like the starting of Tinyverse. That is, I try to have another way, like a online exhibition platform that help community to connect with each other. So and I really see myself as the gatherer of people who are being here. So there's like 4 elements in the platform: our exhibition, our sales workshop, and community. And also we try to build community between all these mediums. This year we also try to sell the ticket, which is very different from most of the exhibition settings, because most of the museum are like very have like free access to all these museums, but we try to by little by little try to be more sustainable by ourselves and see what can we build in the future. So our platform future is that we hope that we can build more function for community review and connection. And also in the future, artists and curators can actively submit their exhibition idea and can exhibit on our platform. And so we are also having all this questionnaire that it's really would help us improve, because this is just really starting and we don't know what will where will it goes. And so this will be super helpful for us to learn how to improve this digital curating style in the future. And lastly, and most importantly, as well, is our Tinyverse team. We have also Yaju, who is not here, who she is the curatorial administrator. Andrew here is our curatorial assistant. Yu Chen also is our curatorial assistant, and Raku is the visual designer of this year's Sensefield exhibition. And now today, after talk about why we have digital exhibition and the importance of listen with our dedicated participants, here goes with our lightning talk by our Sensefield Fellows. This session will primarily talk in Chinese, I guess, and if any of the Sensefield Fellow would like, they can also talk in English. And we will rely, thank you so much for Yan Chen's effort on translating their content. So now it goes with Wang Yong'an's artwork first. And Yong'an, she focused her research in the context of touch connective mechanism while expanding her artistic approach in performance and visual language, with an emphasis on denoncing inner material dynamics under the skin. Yong'an has been developing a touch score script system to investigate biopolitics via varying body codes, boundaries, and introspective feelings. Her work reflects on the gaps between human and non-human life. Her creative propositions question the haptics of seeing, as well as how skin can act as a thinking organ. Now we welcome Yong'an. Yong'an, 交给你了。
Hello， OK 好，所以我 share 荧幕这样。好，那这样看到吗？
可以 ，Yes。
那我声音是清楚的哦。
清楚。
OK， 好 ，So 那我尽量用英文，那如果不清楚的，我再用中文回应大家这样子。Hello everyone, I'm Yong'an, and I was told there will only be 3 minutes talk, but now it's 10 minutes, so I will take slowly and try to introduce my practice as much as possible. So as you can see,
sorry that you can just talk 3 minutes, and we prepare like 5 minutes for you to like have QA.
Oh, okay, 3 minutes. Oh, 好, so thank you, Tzu Tung, for introducing me. So I think she has already introduced my bio here. And today I would like to share with you about I primarily work methodology, I would say, my skin code. This is the touch system that I've been developed for, I would say, 5 years. I was pretty curious about how to make an artistic practice more accessible for scientists, or also for people who are not in the art scene. So I was thinking a lot about how can I transfer that to different practice. Then I choose touch as an entrant sensation or entrant perception modalities. And I started to research on touch, and then I practice massage, and then later on I choose neuroscientific tools to research on touch. Then I kind of summarize the 5 parameters that I think can transform our interoceptive feeling to an action, to a movement, or a gesture or dance. So the My Skin Code actually just have operate last year in Chiang Mai, and there were more and more My Skin Code workshop following up in this year. And so this is the picture or the final presentation of the My Skin Code workshop from last year in Chiang Mai. So basically, actually, this code, I didn't want to demonstrate what the code exactly is. It's actually like this, but I don't want to demonstrate this because I think the parameters of this code can be changed. But if you want, like those parameters are set on this code. So if you want, just let me know. I can send the copy of it. And what else? Yeah. So like this is the code system I'm developed from last year until this year, and I hope like I will keep running this code workshop to bridging art and neuroscience by running this code, because the code is about our introspective feelings that I hope could translate arts and science by practicing these parameters, which maybe I'll say it now, sorry, which is the velocity, the speed of the touch feelings, and also the area, and also the texture, and also the strength of that touch feelings. And those are the parameters I currently set for this code, but it's actually could be changed based on the content of the workshop. Yeah, I think that's it.
So we have like about 5 minutes QA session, and then anyone could like raise their question in Chinese or in English if they want. Does anyone like want to kind of like raise their hands and ask some questions, or I can also.
Or meanwhile, I will just keep showcasing my website.
刚刚讲的蛮快的。
Mm.
But I'm very interested about your idea on translation, because you're mentioning about like how you translate in between, and translation can be in various way. Like, and so how do you see the word translation?
You mean how do I interpret the precise like accuracy of translation?
How do you think of the concept of translation, like the broad, like especially maybe like the translation in your work?
I think I'll take the example of the workshop outcome. So take those final presentation, for example, that they each participants they will have their own My Skin code, which they chose the specific feeling that they had, and then they would just record, or they just write it down on the code, and then they, at the part of the workshop, I will invite them to collaborate with other people with their code, and then maybe they would like to generate a new code. So I will say that the translation from the broader point of view could be a small group of people, they have the common language, or they have common tools to talk to each other, which in the My Skin code case is the code system that I provide. And if you say from my work, of course, translate the touch sensation, or translate the code, or say encode the touch signal to a model to translate precisely is certainly by far impossible to do that. By this I mean the effective touch feel, not like the touch by like holding things, like robot arms that you can hold things really precisely. What I was saying is more about like effective perspective of touch. Yeah. Does that make sense?
I kind of like feel inspired and also curious about like this code.
Maybe next time we can play the code system together.
In the chat, 婉容说可以贴这个网站的链接在聊天室吗？
婉容说，哦 ，OK。有，也请说。 有连接的部分呢，我觉得有连接的部分最直观的就是都是一个向内看的方法。那如果说我自己从这2个工作坊里面学到说怎么样去改进我的 approach 的话，我会觉得是我可以更直接一点，因为就是我觉得大部分听到刚刚或许我讲的没有这么清楚，就有时候紧张就讲话比较胡言乱语一点，但是即使如此，应该大家可以感觉到说我在探讨的这种情感，或者说探讨这种sense 的感觉是比较有一点距离的。然后我自己知道说这个有一点距离，有时候是没有相比较那个之前我就是在 Sensefield 参加这工作坊，好像都不够有这种直接有力的这种 punch。对，所以这大概是我觉得可以连接到跟我觉得可以 improve 的地方。
你像回答婉容在那个 chat 里面，
感觉它有点像身心灵。这个它是指我吗，婉容？还是你的它是指这个 code？
就是整个体验的过程，感觉会很像跟身体有关，然后帮助身体开发，去进行更多的感知，所以它对我有点像是艺术治疗的感觉。
所以你是想要确认说它是不是艺术治疗，还是你有想要？
我在想，就是他在各种场合里面，会不会其实对这些受众，他们其实有感到被治愈的效果吗？
我想就是广义来说，艺术的用途就是为了要治愈嘛，就是为了要升华。对，然后但是其实我在我的 approach 里面，我很避免去让大家有艺术治疗的感觉，因为我觉得其实艺术治疗它并不是艺术的范畴，它是在心理智商，它是在心理学的这个范畴里面，所以我并不会，就它可以有艺术治疗的效果，就是我会乐见其成。但如果要说，哎，这是不是艺术治疗？我一定说 no， 坚决否认。
了解，谢谢，
谢谢，谢谢。
谢谢永安，
谢谢。
现在到第2个我们的参与者。So our second participant is Frank Hu. Frank will present a project called Learning as a Sponge, which doesn't have a direct translation of his Chinese 死胖子计划. Frank is a doctor, and he was like he wanted to be a dancer, and now he introduced himself as a learner in different domains and in different communities, and he tries to find a path that is beyond just within the medical system. So Frank, would you introduce your project?
好，那大家好，我是 Frank， 那我就share我的荧幕。这样有吗？
还没。
还是可以帮我开那个文件吗？因为我好像需要设定。
你的文件是有寄给 Andrew 吗？
我刚刚有放在那个聊天室。
Oh, and here actually today Maria Mercedes, who's Eliana Otar, the artist in the exhibition, has attended our workshop. but she said that she might have to leave soon, and so she wants to like say hello to all the participants.
Hello, yes, just wanted to say hi before saying goodbye, and thank you everybody for this very interesting temporary community that I had the chance to be part of, and congratulations everybody, and especially Tzu Tung and Eliana for the amazing work, and of course Andrew for helping. And I know there are so many other people involved, but it's clear that you are a very enthusiastic team. So I hope to have the chance to be in touch with your work in another opportunity. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
also see our videos online. So you're very welcome. And thank you for exhibiting in Sensefield.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So now I'm sharing the Frank's 死胖子计划。
好，那谢谢子彤。那我想先问，就是这个设计是可以这样挪用的嘛？因为我原本想说，就是闭幕就用同样的那个色调这样。好，那大家好，我是 Frank。那可以帮我下一页吗？谢谢。那我用3个关键字介绍自己，就是我本身是一位医师，可是我想要用医学这个字来做介绍，因为我觉得医师只是占医学这个领域很小一部分。那我觉得从不论是学校啊，或者是在实习的过程中，就是这个场域的接触，或者像在外科学习的时候，很像是某种工匠学徒制。那我觉得医学就是作为我可能知识方面的，在学习其他地方，我会用我学过的东西去类比。然后我觉得医学这块其实范围很大。那第2个关键字是身体，就是我过去从高中就是接触跳舞，那所有关于就是艺术方面的学习，我都是从就是舞蹈这边开始，就是从跳舞，然后剧场，然后一点点现代舞，那一直到表演艺术。那所以可能会连到跟艺术有关的，都是从身体这块出发。那第3个关键字是学习，就是我目前都是就是在不同的组织间，就是或是旁观也好，或是实际跳进去也好，那我都一直觉得自己是在学一个新的领域。好，你再帮我下一张，谢谢。好，那这个 sponge 其实只是我，再上一张，不好意思。这个 sponge 只是因为这也不算是一个真的计划，这算是就是我整理我这阵子做什么的一个感想。那 sponge 对我来说就是我想要就是记录我就是怎么样学这些事情。那最近一个从旁观者比较大的改变就是我开始积极的参与在这几个组织里面，就是不再是旁观，就是真的有不论是做贡献者，或是在里面读书会的导读，或是像今天这样就参加一个小小的 fellowship。那其中的组织就包含居零力，然后 FabDAO， 然后以及一群人的自学。那有关于就是自己记录，就是我怎么学这件事情，就是以前大概有做过几个类似的事情，就是我在大学时期有做一个心智哲学的时间轴，那这个比较像是科普的整理。那我把连结，就是这份简报的连结，就是放在聊天室，就如果大家有兴趣可以点进去看。那第2个就是我去年3月，就是因为在组织里面我参与了就是一个做地方创生叫做黄溪生活流域的专案，那就是用从来没有接触过环境相关议题的角度去学习这整件事情，那就包含可能从很基本的河川，那一直到很激进的，就是国外提出想把河川作为一个法人来判定这件事情，就是我就把这个我的学习记录放在这个文件里。对，那以及最新的就是这个月参与 Sensefield 的这个活动。好，那下一页。好，所以这是我这次就是想要记录的方式啊，那就是大概分3格，就是左边就是我可能过去有看过或是有参与过的东西， 那中间就是我实际这几次参与的工作坊，可能当下我的感觉。那最右边就是我参加完工作坊，可能自己又去涉猎了什么，或是自己去查了什么。好，那下一页。那其实今天本来只想要分享这一个，可是后来好像有时间比较长，所以我就又多做了几个。那这个是3月7号，就是在参与，就是在讲 license， 就是 R word license 的部分。那在过去，就是因为我主要最近开始了解 NFT 啊，各种版权啊 CC0 啊，智慧财产权的部分。那其实这里面每一个都是可能像最下面那个 AIGC 就是一个讨论 AI 的年会。那其中有一个章节就是在讨论 AI 的制裁权，就是智慧财产权的部分。那我都有把连结放在就是每一个可以点的部分。那所以这些就是我觉得我在上这堂课之前，我觉得好像有相关的议题。那不过在当下，就是我本来预期就是可能是做出来的作品的版权，可是后来发现他是在讨论就是制作过程中使用的软体，它需要的各种授权啊等等，所以我就回过去了解目前正在有使用任何的，无论是开源软体或者是各种软体它实际的授权的样式。那后面就是我在这个查询中，然后或是最近参与的组织中，最近很提出我觉得可以延续往后推，就是跟授权啊，或是跟拥有权有关的2个大名词，一个叫 PCO， 就是 Partial Common Ownership， 那另外一个叫做 TBL， 就是 Token Bound License。那这2个都是算是蛇形一郎提出来一个在未来就是有关使用权或是有关授权比较先进的实验，那都是正在进行中。那目前也都算是参与其中的讨论。那我觉得这2个蛮有趣的，所以也放在这边，就是给任何有兴趣的人可以点进去参与这样。好，那第2个分享的就是就是3月16号的 Healing Project， 好 Healing Histories。那在这之前有做过一个，就是曾经有在一群人的自学有导读一篇是 Lucy Steed 写的，就是策展史的就复述历史的必要。那我觉得这个可以跟就是当天就是 Cara Page 跟 Susan 讨论，就是这些历史是很多人的历史这件事情作为一个搭配，就是像他那个 timeline 里面有各种不论是各种的类别或是各种人，就是完成了这个历史，才构成了这所有的历史这件事情。那另外一个就是我过去也有用过，就是 timeline.js 这个套件做过2个小小的尝试。那一个就是刚刚提到的关于心智哲学史的时间轴，那另外一个是我参与一个组织，台湾 NFT 的组织。那我觉得这个组织发生一些重要的事情，把它有点像是一个 milestone， 就是让未来参与这个组织可以了解有发生过这样的事情，然后比较容易理解说为什么现在这个组织长成这样。好，那第2个想回馈就是在当天，其实我没有想到自己其实在那个疗愈的过程才发现，就是自己过去在医疗场域其实也有很多没有化解的伤，所以我当天也觉得自己也蛮被感动的。那我就把它说这是我可能比较迟来的 healing 这样。那后续我觉得关于可以再延伸的，就是第一个他当天有提到那个 MIC， 就是 Medical Industry Complex 医疗工业复合体，那以及搭配上最近 AI 很火红的事情，那就延伸了下个月要出的一本书，就是在讨论 ChatGPT-4 在医疗场域的实验。那这个我自己也会很好奇，那他们已经有预告说就是影响将很大。那另外一个就是我上个月在另外一个社群导读的一个专案，那它主要就在讨论就是集体智慧的白皮书。那集体智慧什么？就是一群人再加上 AI 去防止就是 AI 过度的暴力或是过度的武断决定一些事情。好，在这边也分享给大家。好，那最后一个想分享的就是3月21号 JPU Space 这个东西。那在 Maria Paula 讲之前，就是我参与，应该说这几个都是我觉得很棒的文献，就是一个 Wikidata 论坛讨论就是 Rhizome 的影片，那以及典藏 Art Dutch 有 3篇，就是讨论艺术资料库作为艺术的一篇专栏，那以及数位艺术基金会很多讨论有关档案艺术或者是档案艺术相关的研究家，他们帮他做了导读。那所以就这边连到就是 Maria Paula 就是讨论 JPG.space 这边。那当天后来就有实际参与 JPG.space 它的 Discord， 就是认识他们的社群。那所以可能未来的部分，就第一个就是会希望持续参与 JPG.space 他们社群的发展。那另外一个是，就刚好这个月底，就是一群人的自学就要导读 Maria Paula 那时候介绍的这篇文章。那我也很期待，就是这个月底的活动会有什么样的讨论。好，那再下一张，谢谢。好，所以最后就是有一个很小就是的回馈，就是第一个就是我觉得有这个 fellowship， 就我很珍惜，因为我本来那我也觉得自己也很尽力的在会议中有参与讨论，那也事前该做的事情也都有尽量把它做完。那第二个是就是双语这件事情，我也觉得很棒，就是刚好在整个 Sensefield 开始之前，我去看了一场表演，然后表演会有一个映后座谈，然后那天本来就有一个口译，可是在下面的人就是用很烂的很破的英文在努力的讲，然后当天整个就觉得感觉就非常差，所以我就觉得，所以我后来都决定就是有口译的状况下，我都会讲中文，就是因为我觉得自己这样描述是最清楚的。那回馈的部分，就我也有写在就是那个 email 上，就是我觉得针对工作坊，就是我觉得每次的结尾都可以再更干脆一点。那第二个就是策展团队有一直提到就是人类学的部分，那我自己有感受到就是人类学在这之中的影子，可是因为我觉得我对于人类学的背景知识非常的少，所以但我又很想了解。就是可能还在感受当中吧。那在最后应该就没了。好，谢谢大家。
谢谢。呀，这是一个超级有用的 slide， 就是一个小共笔。
它其实还有最后一页，就是为什么写死胖子计划，就是这个就是完全就是不严肃的，就是因为我最近就是因为去不同组织，那我都会讲自己过去是舞者这件事情。可是我在医院的过程中，我胖了好多，然后我就觉得，那我最近也刚好也离开了医院，那我现在也想说，离开了医院，我可不可以慢慢的找回自己，就是身为舞者的身体这样，所以。同时，就最近也有参与，就是一个舞团叫做许成威制作舞团他们的身体工作坊。好，谢谢大家。
所以这个是你的死胖子计划？
对，这个就是真的是有努力在执行的这样。
谢谢。天啊，这个就是超精致的，而且这个就是这 PowerPoint 还做很漂亮，还要选那个主题色。好，那不知道大家有没有什么问题？目前
最后会有一个大乱斗就是聊天吗？
会啊。
哦，好，
那我们要留去大乱斗吗？
可以。
好像你的投影片下面是不是还有很多注解？
有那些注解，其实就是在里面可以点的连接啊，就是你点那些圈圈，应该有连接的，有附在下面的，应该点连接都点得到这样。对啊，下面就只是我再把它再整理比较完整一点这样。
那我们先往下往那个大乱斗，不是不是下一位，不是大乱斗，婉容。好，稍等一下。是思维好，所以so here's Szewei's presentation, and she tends to present on a project called Workers Around the Castle. She has a master in Berlin, which is a school that I don't know how to pronounce it, Berlin Master of Arts program in spatial strategy in 2021. She graduated from there. And she also directed Bangladesh documentary film workers around the castle and have received Marsden Prize there. And so here we welcome Szewei.
听得到吗？我现在要分享那个画面，等一下啊，我要设定一下。我已经毕业了啦，毕业一阵子了。然后等一下要怎么分享？对，可是他说我要先去设定，是吗？等一下，等一下哦，一下，等我一下。我要重新打开，等我一下。好像可以稍后，是吗？这样你们看得到我画面吗？这样有吗 ？OK， 好，我先放，就是因为我不知道怎么讲比较好，所以我想我就先放那个我之前的那个。这样听得到吗？好，然后这是因为本来说3分钟，然后我也是本来就准备比较少，然后刚刚想说，有10分钟，那我就再放一个35秒这样子，就是这是我后来回台湾的时候做的另外一个。
这边27年了，他们在这边休息完就是马上就开始飞机。开进车是自己想要赚多少钱就努力去跑，不想赚钱就坐在车子里当一个孤独主。一到这也蛮好啊，人艰苦嘛最家己靠，钱我自己开钱。
好了，好，然后我解释一下， 要怎么把大家找的
Stop sharing screen.
？OK，
这台滚筒洗衣机它真的很棒，因为它有蒸汽洗的功能。
好 ，Start sharing， 好，就是第一个是我很久，就是我刚2020年疫情正要发生的前1个月去孟加拉做的，然后是一个红砖工厂的，我就是第一次乱做的纪录片这样，然后它就是我那时候就发现说，只要看着一个事情，就是或者一个人的动作，稍微看久一点，你就会发现很多本来这个机制存在的逻辑，或者是说他们有很多前面跟后面的 context， 然后我就是用这个逻辑去做了一个，每一个都很长，就是那个是我的，就是有点像预告片的那个，所以它本来其实是有40几分钟，这样就是把它整个他们的日常生活拍下来这样。然后，但他们就是一个就是一个很快速发展这种国家，然后他们会需要那么大量红砖，就是因为他们就是房子一直在盖，就是房价，西孟加拉的市中心，就是他们虽然是人均收入很低，但是他们的房价其实跟我们就是甚至是房租是可以比拟的这样。然后回台湾之后就是变了一个记者，然后后来就去之前去一个有在拍纪录片的媒体拍。然后我们就发现，同样在市中心，也不是说同样啦，就是我就发现在市中心，就建国高架桥下，就台北市中心有一个那个计程车休息站，然后那边就有很多人，然后就是那边的人就是蛮有意思的，就是那时候就是也蛮就是要符合，就是那个地方也是记录了某一个台北市的发展啦，然后也是有很多不一样的人在那边用自己的逻辑去生活这样，然后他们的车子啊，或者他们的那个车子本身的布置，或者说那个车子本身的逻辑，就是含有他们对于这个行业或者生活的看法，类似像这样，大概是一个这样子的分享。我没有做太多那个东西，所以大家是听得到吗？好，可以，好。
那沉思。
好，没事。然后对啊，好，没什么问题的话，我们可以move on。对，
目前有什么问题吗？或者是我们要到最后那个 Q&A 的时候，大家再聊天。
好，我们就move on吧。
我是觉得刚刚看，就是这2个作品都看起来非常好看，而且就是画面非常的。但我自己有想要问关于就是作品，就是美学的选择吧，但是这可以等一下来问。好，那现在可以看到吗？好 ，So the 4th one is Cheng Wang Run. And we kind of like translate her recent project.
Hello， 听得到吗？
听得到。Wang Rong is a writer and a poet who likes using experimental language to challenge borders. She tries to retreat woman's image in her works. Her first poetry, I Live with My Ghost, won 7th Yangmu Poetry Prize. It includes the poem They Cross the Border of Border, which won the Lingrong Science Literature Award. Her poems were also in the collection of 2020 Taiwan Poetry and New Century New Generation Poems. After majoring in Sinophone Literature in National Donghua University, she had been an editor in publishing for 3 years, editing books for translation literature. Now she's studying creative writing for an MFA at Taipei National University of Arts. 好，婉容交给你了。
好，大家听得到吗？就其实我是做文字创作的，所以我原本就很犹豫要怎么跟大家分享。就是我原本写诗比较多，可是我觉得写诗可能会分享有点抽象。那我这学期刚好修一堂课是非虚构，就是顾云老师开的非虚构的课。那我们是刚好自己选自己有兴趣的主题，所以我选了。我想要知道那个身体从0到1开始发展的那个可能性是什么，所以我找了几个受访者，然后都是，他可能有1、2个是小时候有练过舞，那大部分是，没有舞蹈经验的，然后出社会后自己想要去摸索学习，然后去问这个过程这样子，但我觉得就是蛮有趣的，因为我的思考就一直都是语言为主，可是对他们来说，身体是很重要的去感知的那个东西。然后我就是可以描述就是很多的动作的技术的细节，然后要斟酌去描述哪一个东西，像是比方说我除了去受访他们，然后我有去上一堂课，然后那一堂课是给大众的，但是我是里面唯一一个新生，大部分都是跟老师跟很久的学员，那里面就会有地板动作，它是现代舞的入门课。那地板动作其实就是会跟地板做很多互动。那我问了一个舞者，我就问他说：“你觉得地板动作哪一个是最困难的？”他马上就可以很快的反应跟我说，他觉得站着最难，然后再来是坐着，再来是躺着。那他会这样子分别的原因，是因为跟地板的接触面积会越小的话，你其实需要用到的力量跟身体的平衡会越多。所以他就在跟我分享说，他怎么样去调配那个重心，或者是他的肌肉控制在哪里。然后这些细节对我来说都很有趣。然后我是希望收集这些东西，然后把那个身体开发的过程可以被书写出来，这样子。对，然后这篇可能我目前还会再采访一个人，然后他是有参与过演出，然后我觉得在这之间，就是我总共会有5个受访者，他每一个身份都还蛮不一样的，就是刚从一开始说没有舞蹈经验，但他学了6年的舞，然后也有是小时候学过芭蕾民俗，然后到长大自己选择现代舞，可他中间有在自己练气功或者中国武术。后来我发现中国武术或者是这一些武功，其实对舞蹈其实也会算是有帮助跟协调这样子。地板动作是现代舞，不是 breaking。对，就是 breaking 它是更节奏性的。我这边主要他要写的那个观察的对象应该就是现代舞的学员们这样，但他们有跟我分享，因为大部分的人他们如果小时候学过舞，他们好像都是学芭蕾，可能芭蕾最制式，就是他们会有1、2、3、4、5、6个动作，然后脚也会有固定的站姿什么的。那在这个就是有这算是一个比较严格的基础，然后到比较后面的那个比较自由性的发展的时候，好像对他们来说就蛮好的。但也有就是他比较喜欢芭蕾这一种有制式的动作跟标准，这样他比较有安全感，也是有遇到这种舞者，然后就觉得蛮有趣的。对，然后还有想要分享就是他们很注重在每一个动作。刚刚前一位有一个医生他说他也是舞者，我觉得他应该可以很理解，就是每一个动作到每一个动作之间，他们会需要仰赖某种身体的惯性。你那个力量出去之后，你是要让它可以延续下去的，你才不会让你的身体就是好像突然卡在空中，然后或者是受伤之类的。 就是你要练习那个力道，然后或者是你出去，他就是可能老师就表演一个动作，那个动作它看起来超级难，我甚至没有办法形容，但是它那个力道放出去之后，它是有办法收回来，它是一个一连贯的动作。然后在做地板动作的时候，身体会有轴心的存在，我觉得蛮酷的，就是它可能这样子旋转嘛，那可能就是腿的旋转，或者是你身体带动腿的旋转，这样子过来一个动作好了。那你的手肘其实你需要撑着地板，那给地板力量，你才有办法这样子顺利的这样旋转过来。对，就是会有各种重心跟轴心，然后他们也有提到说，觉得身体的中轴就是四肢之外，就是肚子、腰椎跟胸口这边，其实是最难动到的，因为你要开发这里的话，你其实也会需要动到四肢，然后仰赖到，就是把那个力量传到中间，然后这边就是很难去被开发，但是它也很重要，这样子。对，就是有很多蛮有趣的东西。对，那我分享到这边。
大家有什么问题吗？目前就是想要分享。我自己刚想说，原来就是我其实有点在担心，玉成不知道怎么翻译，因为发现婉容用了就是的词汇很多，就是在想说它就是不是一般的，就是重心还有轴心还有就是腰椎或者是不同的身体这样，然后就觉得就是其实都会用到很多不同的。
真是抱歉。
我刚刚也是偷转到英文频道。OK，
上面放一个写东西的网址，但是它就是都是中文。
Okay, I'm gonna to like briefly wrap up and then we will open to like our happy gathering session, and then Yuchen has already translated for 1.5 hours, so he can like have some rest and also kind of like gather and mingle with us a bit. So lastly is like, thank you so much for today's presentation for like all Sensefield Fellows. I literally learned so much. I'm seriously learned so much from you all. I probably like within this 3 to 10 minutes, I probably like even learn more from all this, all our like prepared speakers before, because like really each of you have like so many stories that we could learn from, and also I also see potential connection between like each of your topics, and so I really appreciate your attendance to this fellowship program, and thank you all for being here today. So thank you, and I think we can stop recording, and then like if we want, we can also open our video, take a picture together and say hi to each other.